Keanu Reeves sat quietly in a cafe, sipping his coffee while sunlight flooded through the windows. After receiving a tiny stack of fan letters from his team, he randomly selected one and read the introductory lines, which immediately piqued his interest. Dear Mr. Reeves, I hope this letter from Ethan, a 13-year-old kid, reaches you. Ethan, who had lost his parents at an early age and lived in an orphanage, aspired to study engineering to honor his mother and father. Despite his circumstances, he felt the odds were against him. Hi, Mr. Reeves. The message reads, I've always looked up to you as my inspiration. Watching your movies as a kid made me feel strong and brave, but now my courage is fading. Can you show me a way forward? As Keanu read the passionate lines, his throat clenched with emotion. Ethan's earnestness and vulnerability touched him deeply. He took a time to reflect before putting the letter into his pocket and muttering, I have to help this boy. Keanu called his manager to find out which orphanage the boy was from. This decision in a quiet cafe set in motion a series of events that would forever change Ethan's life. After reading Ethan's letter, Keanu Reeves found the orphanage where the boy lived and set out to meet him. When Keanu arrived, he was greeted by weather walls, a faded sign, and the faint laughter of children. An orphanage staff member noticed Ethan playing ball with the other children. Despite his young age, his motions were heavy and he appeared to be sad. Keanu noticed the youngster holding the ball when he turned to face him. Ethan paused with shock as the ball slipped from his hands. His lips trembled, unsure whether to cry or smile. Keanu took a deep breath and approached Ethan, greeting him with a warm grin. Ethan's voice quivered with shock. Are you really here? He asked. Keanu crouched to meet Ethan's gaze and spoke quietly. Yes, Ethan. When Ethan read your letter and came to visit you, tears streamed down his face, which he quickly brushed away. Keanu stretched out and gently touched Ethan's small hand. They had a lot to talk about, starting with Ethan's dreams expressed in his letter. Ethan began sharing his story with a sluggish nod and barely audible voice. I lost my parents when I was young. My father died in an accident and my mother became ill. They sent me here. The people here are kind, but I always feel alone. The other kids laugh and play, but I don't know why I can't. Sometimes at night, I hug my pillow and imagine it's my mom, but even that memory fades. Ethan. Keanu gently but firmly stated, you are here and so special. I know life hasn't been fair to you, but this isn't the end of your story. Things can change. I'm here and I'll stand by you, Ethan said, wiping away tears and smiling. His idea of attending college felt like a pipe dream. Who would believe in him? Keanu held Ethan's hands tightly and looked him in the eye with unwavering resolve. He told him that if you believe in yourself, there's nothing you can't do. For the first time, a spark of hope lit up Ethan's eyes, and he felt a sense of being seen and valued. However, his face returned to somberness. Mr. Reeves shared that he once had a family who wanted to adopt him. However, they later decided not to adopt him, which made him realize he wasn't good enough for anyone. Keanu responded with firm conviction. Ethan stated that the actions of others do not diminish your worth. He assured that you are more than enough and deserve far more than they could provide. He also promised that you will never be alone in that moment. Keanu not only fulfilled his word, but also brought Ethan hope for the first time in years. Keanu Reeves crafted a comprehensive plan to help Ethan achieve his dream of attending college. After speaking with the orphanage staff, Keanu discovered that Ethan was an exceptional student, particularly gifted in mathematics and science. On a sunny afternoon, Keanu took Ethan to visit a science museum. Keanu replied with a loving smile. Ethan expressed his excitement to Keanu, who quickly inquired about scholarship opportunities and began the application process on his behalf. Keanu also pledged to cover any additional costs from his own funds, ensuring that finances would not be a barrier. Most importantly, Keanu made a personal commitment that Ethan would not be alone on this journey. Ethan, I will help you through every step, he said. Ethan shed tears as he spoke. Thank you, Mr. Reeves, for believing in me. Ethan faced challenges in pursuing his aim of attending university. Ethan was discouraged by other children at the orphanage who mocked his ambition and told him he was wasting his time. This shook Ethan's confidence and self-doubt. One evening, he turned to Keanu with despair and whispered to Mr. Reeves, "Maybe everyone is right. Perhaps I'm not capable of doing this." Keanu crouched beside Ethan and placed a soothing hand on his shoulder. Keanu gently reminded Ethan that he, too, had been through difficult times, including the loss of a family member and struggles that seemed impossible to overcome. He emphasized that the strength needed to persevere is already within him and that he can see it in himself every day. Ethan listened intently, his doubts dissipating as he resolved to prove himself. Ethan dedicated himself to his academics, working tirelessly and spending late nights reviewing textbooks and practice examinations. Keanu provided consistent support and direction. After months of relentless effort, Ethan's day finally arrived. Ethan was accepted into his dream engineering program after passing the university entrance exam. His tears of joy flowed down his cheeks as he held the acceptance letter. It was a testament to the power of perseverance and the unwavering support of someone who believed in him. Ethan thrived in university under Keanu's guidance and mentorship. On graduation day, Ethan stepped across the stage to receive his diploma. Ethan approached Keanu, who was smiling triumphantly after the wedding, with tears in his eyes and shaky voice, thanking him for making this day possible. During Ethan's graduation speech, Keanu placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "No, Ethan, this is your achievement. I just held the light while you found your way." Ethan shared his story, expressing gratitude for someone who gave him hope in the darkest moment of his life. He taught him that dreams can come true if you believe and work hard. The audience erupted in applause, wiping tears from their eyes. Please share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Together, we can spread hope and kindness to make the world a better place.